What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Guava. How y'all doing? Lead Farmer 73 in here. And I know I was just on yesterday, but I told you, they done messed around and woke up a sleeping giant. So what I want to do today is I want to let y'all know I am a grower, not a shower, but not in the way you think. I want to make sure that I get everybody's attention on this one because this is a powerful message. My Renaissance grandma, precious sunshine. I gotta always remember that. Love your name. I love your new name. Who else we got? Uh, Memphis. How you doing, Memphis? Let me see. Pescatarian Gardener. How you doing? Super Bubbles. How you doing? Suzette. What's going on, Suzette? Wells 803 Gardening. Just Ella. Urban Backyard Homesteading. The Frugal Gardener. She Natural Homestead. La Familia Gardening Life. Talia. How y'all doing today? It's good to see y'all up in this boy. It's good to see you. I'm going to take y'all, just so you know, right out the gate. We will definitely be going on a Lead Farmer field trip here at Easley Island. We are on Easley Island, and I got some stuff not only to show you, but I have some things that I need to find out, and I want to find out why y'all here with me. Okay, let's see who else we got in here, and then we're gonna get to going. Missy Hawk, how you doing, my sister? Let's see, CC Wins, Leon A. Butcher. And if I get done, maybe we'll answer a few questions. Michelle Law, how you doing? Christopher Planting Food, what's going on, my partner? Let me see. Oh man, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Rim. That's as far as I can go. Let me see. Nala's Nook, how you doing? So you just getting things going? Good. Red carpet in the house. Okay, Blended Dreams, how you doing? Sacred Homestead, I can kind of see y'all better when I got all this light around. Man, it's just, that wind is so sweet. Let's see who else we got in here. Big Bad Bo, what's going on, brother? Sacred Homesteader. All right, okay, Urban Backyard Homesteading. Miss Evie, how you doing? Lady, I can't pronounce. Lady, how you doing? All right. Joy, K Mac, Will, how you doing? TJ, what's going on? TRTG, how you doing? All right, so most just say RLM. Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna remember that. I promise you. I would love to remember it, but it's hundreds of people I'm trying to look at, and I'll never remember that. I'm not even gonna play games with you and say I'll remember that because I won't. I will always try. Okay. All right, let's get into this. I was at Costco again today. And I want to address a situation that a lot of us have, and we don't talk about it enough. And that is, hey, honey, I'm live. You got you some? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm talking about the garden. Look, my baby just coming from. Come show what you got. Your beautiful self. Come show what you got. Stop, pup. What we got? What we got, girl? What we got?
Deliciousness, some lemon balm.
Lemon balm.
You gotta sniff that.
Wait, you know I gotta pinch.
I say you gotta.
I gotta pinch that. Rub it.
Yeah,
Gotta rub it. That is just the freaking best. And then this is what you made the lemon balm tea with.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something.
I need more. And we don't have enough to sustain 2 tea drinkers.
Right. And your rosemary.
But look at the flavor.
Barbecue rosemary? Okay. How many lemon balms did you get? Okay. All right. Everybody say, hey, Lady Lid. Okay. Before we're going to do a Lead Farmer field trip, and I'm going to take them around and let them see the progress what me and you've been working on. And we gonna show some other stuff too. Now, today I want to talk about, and I hope the young lady is watching, because today I want to talk about analysis paralysis. Did I say that right? Analysis paralysis. Has anybody ever heard of analysis paralysis? It's hard for me to remember sometime, but this just reminded me. Everybody saying, "Hey, lady leg." Say, lemon balm, you only need one plant. Trust me, we know because ours spread it, but we're going to put more lemon balm on Freedom Acres in the woods. We're working on planting things in both locations. So we're doubling up on everything. That's why I'd say, how many did you get? We're going to be planting stuff on Freedom Acres, and it's not going to be out in the open. It's going to be off in the woods where it's nice and cool and shaded, but it still gets some sun and it still gets some heat. Herbs love that. So that's why we're doing this. She's planting that now, but we got some more that's going to Freedom Acres, where I should be right now. I was trying to leave, but I just couldn't leave. I had to come and do this video. I had to turn around and do this video. Have anybody ever heard of analysis paralysis? Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Analysis paralysis, I think it is. Hey, Adina Collins, how you doing? If I'm not saying it right, let me know. I'm saying it right. Okay, good. I don't want to look too foolish. Okay, so here's the deal. I was helping a young lady today, and she's never grown anything either. It's funny that this just happened the other day, right? And this happening again, and she's never grown anything. I no nothing bad to say about her at all, but I did notice a trend. And what the trend was everything had to be a certain kind of way. Everything had to be organic. Everything had to be in food grade containers. Everything had to be filtered water. And I, as much as I would love to help her and wanted to help her, I can't explain how to grow something, and I can't explain to you how to grow your own food if you keep putting up roadblocks in your life that's not realistic. And the reason I had to stop and come back home and do this video is because I'm talking to all of y'all. I'm talking to all of you. A lot of your goals are not realistic. A lot of the things that you're trying to keep out of your body is not realistic. And all it's doing is hindering you from greatness. Okay? For instance, you want to plant a fruit tree. And the first thing you say, well, I need a certain kind of soil. I need a certain kind of fertilizer. Somebody told me I need a certain kind of water. I need a certain kind of shade cloth. And the first thing you start thinking is, okay, this $20 tree is going to cost me $200 to plant it. So the money starts to hold you back. The thought of everything, all the supplies you need to put this tree in the hole is going to hold you back. And everything you keep doing, everything is holding you back. Let me tell you something. Let it go. Let it go. Because you're overthinking the most simple, most natural thing to do on planet Earth is to plant food. You're overthinking it. Analysis paralysis. So today, I was actually able to look somebody in the eyes and see they were struggling with analysis paralysis bad. Because everything that I would tell them to do or this will work, right? They combated it. Well, I can only use filtered water. I can't use that kind of container because it's not food grade. What was the other one? It was several different ones where I kept being like, "Are you serious?" You know. And here's the biggest one. Here's the biggest one. They kept saying, "Well, the tag doesn't say that." The label on the fruit tree doesn't say we can plant that here in our area. That fruit tree says it needs this many chill hours. The fruit tree says that, and I kept telling her, I said, listen, This is the same exact label that they put on every single tree that they produce. This label will be all the way down in Miami, and the same label will be all the way up in Detroit, Michigan. But they sell the tree in all of these different areas where they, why would they keep selling it in places they know it don't belong? A lot of this stuff is just manufacturing. Some of this stuff where they have to put this stuff on here for different laws, rules, and regulations. All of this stuff, you have to get out there and try it yourself. For instance, just yesterday I told y'all, they was like, no, lemons can't grow in the ground. They said, didn't they say? They said lemons can't grow in the ground in South Carolina. I said, with all due respect, they do. And I got proof, right? Okay, so think about this. All of these people are going around telling you that this stuff won't grow in our area, right? And you're sitting there listening to that, and you're doing yourself a disservice. This fly is on me like white on rice. Got a biting fly on me. You're doing yourself a disservice because you're listening to labels and listening to people that's not actually growing anything. If you want to grow a patio garden, fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But everything does not have to grow in containers. It just doesn't. You understand? So what we have to practice on is one of my greatest rules was dig a hole, put the tree in the hole. Put the hole, yes. Oh, she got me singing that. Put the tree in the hole in the ground. What is the rest of the song? And the green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. Can you believe she's been singing this song to me? But I want to show y'all several things. Hold on. One of the things I want you to see is our little, what happened? Oh. Want to show y'all our little citrus. Got our citrus orchard going, just like the good old days. You can cut that water back on because I gotta water my avocados. No, I do it. But the reason I'm doing this video is because you're letting the silliest things stop you from greatness. For instance, it's good I'm standing back this far because I want to show you something beautiful. Can you see? This is one whole tree and it stops way up there. I'm gonna show you the tip of that tree. That's a pear tree. That's the tip right there. See it? That light little branch. Okay. I'm gonna show you this. You see this? Apples. It's apples all on this tree, but they're closer to the top. See this pecan tree here? See this pecan tree here? Fig tree over there, right here. You see this pecan tree here? You see that pecan tree there? Pakistani mulberry right there. Come on, we ain't done. You see my pomegranates here? And all my pomegranates this year, we got tons of females, tons of fruit this year. Let me show you a female. Here's a female. that's about to be pollinated. That's going to turn into a fruit. Let's see. Here's a female that's already been pollinated, and she's turning into a fruit. You can know, oh, that done fell off. This was a female, but you see it had been pollinated, turned into a fruit. The wind probably knocked that off. But I'm gonna show you. Let me see, because it was plenty of them on here. But let me show you even better. Let me show you even better. Me and my daughter was out here. Let me see. Not this tree. I don't want to bother with that one. Come here. Let me show y'all all the female fruit here. Look, female pomegranate pollinated, turning into fruit. Female pomegranate turning into fruit. Female pomegranate about to bloom. Female pomegranate about to bloom. All of this is female, this whole tree. This is a female here that has been pollinated. You can see that. You can tell which one is female and which one is the male bloom, because the female bloom of the pomegranate is shaped like a peanut. And the male is just shaped like a pear. That's a male bloom. It hasn't been pollinated. I mean, it hasn't opened yet. And let's see. I'm trying to see a closed female so you can see a closed female pomegranate, because I see everybody just, here's a female pomegranate that has not been opened yet. You see that look like a peanut shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle? Just like a woman. That's a woman. That's a female. Males open up, they're shaped like little pears. And when they open up, they look like little bells like this. That's a male. And it's always more males than females. So the reason why a lot of you get a lot of flowers, but you never get fruit, because you may have a tree that's mostly lets off male flowers. And when you have a tree that usually lets off mostly male flowers, you won't get any fruit because it's a bunch of dudes, Okay? So the reason I'm showing you all of this, analysis paralysis. What made me plant this pear tree? I'm gonna tell you what made me plant this pear tree. I had an extra tree. I didn't know where to put it. And I dug this hole back here, and trust me, behind me is the worst soil on this whole land. It right where these pears are, worst soil ever. But I said, I got an extra tree, so I'm gonna do something to make it live. I'm gonna try. I dug a hole, and it was hard to dig the hole because the soil was hard as a rock, dry as a bone. Put that tree in there, and now this is the biggest, most productive pear tree that I own. I didn't think about it. I didn't sit around and saying, oh, the soil is too hard, or it's not the right soil, or they say it need more compost. And I didn't. I just dug the freaking hole and put the tree in the hole and looked out the window every blue moon and kept it watered for a while. And now look, this tree has only been in the ground for about 4 or 5 years. If you keep talking yourself out of growing your own food, you'll never grow anything. You want to know? You want to know what's worse than having a good plan to grow your food? You know what's worse? Never initiating a plan to grow your food. That's the worst. See, you can have a plan to grow a garden. You can have a plan to grow fruit trees, but if you don't ever initiate it, you're wasting your time. You're wasting other people's time too. Just dig the hole. And the next thing you know, see, while time is going, listen, I will even do this for you. I will do this for you. Plant 2 trees. Buy 2 trees, both the same kind of tree. Okay? Buy 2 of the same kind of tree. I don't care what it is. Plant one in the ground. Just dig a hole. Put the freaking tree in the hole. Cover it up. Water it. First year. on the next year to fertilize it. But right now it's so simple. Digging the hole is the biggest problem. Okay? Now with the second tree, I want you to go get some potting soil and go buy a container, whatever kind you like, put a hole in the bottom of the container. You you won't believe how many people don't think you need a hole in the bottom. Put a hole in the bottom of the container. It doesn't matter how big the hole is, as long as the water can drain out. Put that other tree in the container, right? So that way you just beat analysis paralysis. There is no special concoction. There is no special remedies. There is no special blah, blah, blah. And there is no special way you need to do it. And don't be thinking about, does it have to be food grade, this and that? And because I'm telling, listen, y'all, everybody keep getting me with this food grade business while you're wearing synthetic material on your back. You're wearing synthetic material on your shoes, and your shoes, believe it or not, is the most porous part of your whole body. Your feet absorb more than anything else on your whole body. But you're wearing almost 100% synthetic plastic and poisonous and toxic materials on your feet every single day. But you're worried about a food grade bucket. Now, I'm going to give you another one. If you take your sink, you don't got to take your whole sink off from your faucet from your sink in your house. Just take off that little cap that you can screw accessories onto right off the tip of the faucet. Just unscrew that and take that off and look at all of the gross crap that has caked on inside of that cap. That is inside of all of the pipes inside your home, not just inside your home. And no, it's not just all scale from hard water. It's also in all of the plumbing pipes that's running through the grounds that supplies all of the systems around the freaking city, state, and country. But you're worried about a food grade bucket. Everything that's coming out of that doggone tap is pretty probably toxic. And let's take it one step further, okay? Let's take it one step further. The water that we drink out of the tap is recycled boo-boo water. The water that you pour out of your tap, out of your faucet in your house is recycled boo-boo water. Okay, go look it up. The water that you flush down the toilet and the water that goes down in the storm drains, the water that you just washed your car with, all of that water and your stinking funky bath water, you washed out all the chemicals, the dye and the toxins, you taking all kind of medications and you peeing those medications back out in the doggone toilet bowl that your kidneys couldn't process. All of those chemicals, all of those medications and all of that stuff goes back. When you flush that toilet, that water goes to the water treatment plant. The water treatment plant then adds tons of chemicals to said boo-boo water and then filters it and then send it back to your house. And if you understand that and if you do research and really get to know that that's really what happened, I ain't pulling your chain, you'll stop the whole everything need to be so 100% organic crap. Because nothing we do is organic. And I have even one more for you. The water hose that you water in your garden with is made of rubber or silicone. Right out the rip, and then it's shooting through a doggone aluminum faucet head. Aluminum. Go look it up. Now, all of these nonsensical things that we keep doing and saying to keep us from doing the right stuff It's just that. And the only way that you can break that barrier is to understand the truth. I explained to this young lady that I said, "Do you know anything about honey?" She said, "Yes." I said, "What kind of honey?" "Oh, I got to get it from Australia. It got to be the Manuka honey 100%. I said, "Okay. So you're getting honey, Manuka honey from Australia, 100% pure honey." Okay. And I said, "Did you know 9 times out of 10, that's not 100% Manuka honey?" She said, "Well, no, because the FDA, no, the FDA, go look it up. The FDA and all other food sources, there is percentages that every company needs to abide by. That is not 100% pure honey." They play with words. And I try to explain to her, I said, "Listen, it says 100% pure Manuka honey, right?" Okay. They're not lying. They're just not telling you the whole truth. The whole truth is it does have 100% real Manuka honey in it, but the question is how much. If you go look at all food source and all FDA rules, certain things have to only have a certain percentage of what the label says is in it. Your honey is probably 20% real true honey, and the rest of the 80% is corn syrup or beet sugar or cane sugar. And that's why everywhere you go, when you get honey, it all tastes the same. But when people get my honey, they say, "I've never tasted nothing like it. Where did you get this? Is this real?" It's real. And every time, I can't promise you it's gonna ever taste like that again. Because what bees do right over here, let me show you. We going on the Lead Farm field trip in a minute. What bees do is they do exactly what we do. They go and find the most that they can get with the least amount of work. So what we would call, we are looking for sales. We are looking for a good deal. So me and you shop at the dollar store and Aldi because those prices, you're going to get more for your dollar. So it's not always the best, but we can afford it. It's least amount of work. It stretches our dollar, right? Okay. So what I mean by all of that is those bees will go to wherever they can go that's the closest, the one that's blooming the most and can produce the most nectar and the most pollen with the most healthiest benefits. Before they go and fly in a 10-mile radius to get that, let's see what we can find 5 feet from the hive. Now let's see what we can find 10 feet from the hive. They're trying to get the most that they can get with the shortest amount of flight time because that's their life that they're using up, right? So every time you taste that honey, it's going to taste different because something else is blooming this year that didn't bloom last year. Some reason the neighbor's honeysuckle vine end up in my yard. Now they're pollinating honeysuckle instead of clover, wild clover in the grass line, right? Okay. My point of this whole video is, and I've been saying it for 15 years, put it in the hole you got sold. Dig the hole. Put the tree in the hole. Cover up the hole. Water the hole. And wait. It's nothing else. Just look. Oh, hey. Even if you are an organic nut, I ain't knocking you. Just go plant the damn tree and feed that non-organic food to somebody else that needs it. If being 100% organic and you can't understand that that's not even a real thing, if being 100% organic is stopping you from greatness, go plant the tree anyway and feed it to somebody like me that don't care about none of that. because people get so hung up, like I was talking to the sister earlier. You get so hung up on talking about everything needs to be organic, and you don't even understand what it means. You don't even understand how it works. Just like cage-free chickens, just like a grass-fed beef, free roaming chickens. And y'all don't even realize they play with words. You don't even know what grass-fed beef means in industrial terms. Now, to me and you, grass-fed beef means somebody tell me what picture you have in your mind of real grass-fed beef. What's the picture in your mind? Tell me, I'll wait. What's the picture that you picture in your mind of grass-fed beef? Anybody? Let's try another one. Okay, out in the field eating grass all day. Right. Happy cows gorging on grass, which is not realistic. Okay, cows in an open farmland. Absolutely. Out roaming in some pasture. Yes. Free roaming cows. Absolutely. No antibiotics, no hormones. Correct. Eating cow eating only grass. And that's not true because that's not the first thing you think. You thinking they're out on the pasture and some cowboy is following them and guiding them down while they just graze on grass across all these hundreds of acres of land, right? That's exactly right. And that is not what freaking happens. That is so rare. The truth is, the actual truth is, go look it up. Do your research. The truth is this: grass fed means that they are still caged up in small little areas standing on top of each other, and they're fed grasses. The grass gets dumped off in a big giant trough, probably a mile long or more, and the cows eat out of that trough. They're eating grass. That's the commercial definition of grass fed beef. But they advertise it and they can legally advertise it as grazing cattle. We got the best cattle. We got the best beef because we feed our cows the best. They don't tell you that they let their cows free roam on hundreds of acres of land because that's so rare. Now let's talk about cage free eggs. That one always get me. Cage free eggs. Cage free eggs is exactly what they're saying. You're used to seeing on these videos a little chicken stuffed in a little cage with his head sticking out, his beak cut off, and he pooping out an egg out the back, and he eating slop out the front, right? So what they're telling you when they say cage free, they're saying we don't do our chickens like that. They're right. I'm gonna show you what they mean by cage free chicken. This is what they mean when they say cage free. This is what they mean. See that? This is what they mean. That the chickens are not in a little bitty cage. Okay. The chickens are not in a little bitty cage. They're free to roam around all of this area. They are happier than being cooped up in a doggone 12 by 12 cage. They're being fed, they're being watered, right? This is what they're saying by cage free. They playing with words because you know what this is? This is a chicken pen. They're still in a freaking cage, right? They're not free range chickens. Now I'm going to show you the difference between cage-free chickens, which they call this, and free-range chickens. Y'all want to see some free-range chickens? This is the real true definition of free-range chickens. This is the 100% real true definition of free-range chickens. That chicken is now 100% free-range chicken. Because that chicken can move around and go wherever it wants and eat whatever it wants. It doesn't have to just eat the chicken feed that you give it. It doesn't have to just eat whatever is given to it in this cage. It doesn't have to just drink water in here. It can drink the nectar and the dew off the leaves and the grass. It can go down to the lake and drink some water. It can eat and do whatever it wants. It has a choice. That is a free-range chicken. Those are cage-free eggs. You think I'm kidding? It's just all a play on words. And those play on words are going to keep you from doing anything because you think that something is going to hurt you and you don't even realize you're really. I've never seen a fighter jet that low. I've never seen fighter jets this low ever since I've been living in this house. Never. It's going to be a third one somewhere. Pasture raised eggs. This is pasture raised eggs. Once you let them out and you give them choice to do whatever they want, those are pasture raised eggs. Those are actual cage free eggs. Those are actual cage free chickens. When you give them that kind of range and that kind of choice, those are the healthiest birds you'll ever raise, the healthiest birds that you'll ever process, and the healthiest eggs that you'll ever consume. So if you're sitting around waiting on what you hear everybody talking about, organic this, organic that, heirloom this, heirloom that, you know how many people I've met that said they haven't planted anything yet because they want all organic or they want all heirloom this, all heirloom that, and they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know what they're talking about. So what they're doing is doing themselves a disservice by listening to the rhetoric and not planting anything, not doing anything. And every time they really want to they really want to plant something. They really want to start a garden, but they let the nonsense get in the way, right? So before I rattle on, keep rattling on, and we're gonna go on a Lead Farmer field trip. Do you have any questions? And I just wanted to touch on this subject matter because how many of you are letting being scared and nervous about growing food, are you letting this stop you? I know a lot of you are. You may not raise your hand, but I guarantee it's a lot of you are because I get the emails and I get the doggone the comments in the comment section. I get it. And I'm here just to tell you, man, stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. And put something in the frick. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna do you one better. Just to prove it. Where my shovel at? Okay. Any questions? Hey T Nog, how you doing, my sister? How you doing? I'm just in here trying to tell them It's too many people wasting time talk about they want all organic, all heirloom, all this, filtered water, concentrated, ultra high UV protected, shade cloths and what? TLC in the garden. How you doing, my sister? MSN Miss Neal says, I started a garden, but I must admit I've been scared of getting chickens because I'm scared I won't know sick versus healthy chicken eggs. What? What do you mean you won't know sick versus healthy chicken eggs? I'm not. What? What do you mean by sick versus healthy chicken eggs? Did I miss something? As far as parasites and diseases go. Oh, God. Thank you. Hey, Red Carpet. Thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate you. I really do. And thank everybody for the super chats yesterday. I was so into I was I had blacked out while I was talking yesterday. But thank you. Um, how do you know that when you grow your garden that it doesn't have parasites either? How do you know when you grow your fruits and vegetables that it doesn't have a worm in it that can get in your body and then invade your heart and your organs? How do you know when you go to the market and get some fish that this fish doesn't have a tapeworm in it that could invade your body and make it really screw you up? Why would you do that? Hey, just one Ella. Livestock are no different than healthy children versus sick children. That's absolutely right. You know what a sick chicken looks like. Once you get chickens, forget about the eggs, okay? Forget about the eggs. Get the chickens, buy a book on chickens, and then pay attention to your chickens. Treat your chickens like pets before you start treating them like livestock. If you don't know anything about raising chickens, treat your chickens like pets first and then start treating them like livestock. The reason I'm saying treat them like pets, when you treat a pet, you watch their every move, you watch their personalities. You know when they're not feeling good. You start seeing their certain particular personalities and behaviors. And when that chicken is not acting accordingly, you start to be like, something is wrong. Something is wrong with Miss Fryer. Something must be wrong with her because she don't normally do that. So you keep a closer eye on her. And after a while, you start to look at her real close, maybe pick her up and start looking on her feathers like, oh, this is the problem. She had a little piece of wire wrapped around her foot. Oh, here's the problem here. It looked like something done broke one of her toes. And maybe it's infected. Let me put some peroxide on it. You treat your livestock like pets first. That's why it's so hard to process your livestock. Because that first batch of livestock that you ever get, you really truly have to treat them like livestock to learn the characteristics of the livestock, to learn the characteristics and the personalities of the livestock. Their mannerisms, they have mannerisms and habits and personalities. I know that's make it even harder to process them, but they do. You know which one is more you know which one is more scary and which one is brave, which one want to get on your lap and which one stay away from you. Missy Hawk says, I wasn't growing, but I finally got over overthinking my brown thumb. Wouldn't grow anything. Started my garden this year, hoping I'll be eating veggie soon. Missy Hawk 222 right here. She just finally said, okay, lad, I'm doing it. I'ma do it. And I did everything in my power. She watched a few videos to get her up and growing. And now she got what all you got, Missy? Cherries, apples, peaches, plums, nectarine. She done planted everything. And she thought she killed everything. But what happened? All of it woke up, all of it leafed out. And she even just told me the other day, so should I pull all the peaches off my tree? I said, no, go ahead, leave them alone. Let it do it naturally, right? So we went from being scared to plant anything or nervous to having fruit on your tree in 1 year. To having a tree full of fruit in 1 year. Remember that, Missy? You went from being like, I don't know. I would like to, but say, yep, my fruit trees are doing great. Thank you, my brother. No, thank you for just doing it. Thank you, Missy, for just doing it. Because you are proof that just go do it. Just go do it. And it'll work out. It'll work itself out. Right? What do you think about getting goats for milk and meat? Would you add them to your land? Right now, I'm not thinking about goats. I got pigs and I got chickens. I'm really not right this very moment even thinking about adding any other kind of livestock to my land. Taking care of pigs and chickens is enough for now. If I had more help, then before I got goats, I would get a cow. I would get a mini cow, a mini dairy cow before I got a goat. Goats just they cool. Just they wander off from everybody I know with goats, and I ain't got time for that. Any other questions before we go? Okay. So since we don't have any other questions, I want to show you guys something that I found. Me and Lady Led was cleaning up this land, first time for the year, and we got a lot to do because a lot has grown. But I want to show y'all something real special that I found. Before I do, I want to make one last statement. I grew all of these fruit trees around this land by just putting it in a hole in the ground. There was no plan because you can't always plan for where you want to plant a tree. Because if this is where you want to plant a tree, that tree may not want to be planted there. Or the soil or the conditions may not be right for that area. You end up planting trees. If you look how random all my trees are, they're random because that's the only place I had to plant them. Okay? But if I would have never did it, I wouldn't have any fruit trees because I would still be trying to analyze the best way to plant it, the best place to plant it. And I would do that so long that I would have never produced a doggone thing. But now what I did, look here, look, I put a pomegranate there, I put a pomegranate there, I put pomegranates over there, I put lemons down there, peaches and nectarines up front. I got pecans. Why? Because I just said, man, get this in the ground. I said, let me get this in the ground. So that's all. We're at 50 minutes, and I'm about to show you what I found yesterday. Y'all ready for a lead farmer field trip? Let's go. I'm going to do my best not to break up. This is the definition of cage-free chickens and cage-free eggs. They're free to do whatever they want to do every day. We get the best eggs you will ever eat in your life. I'm about to go get my tiller and open this garden back up. We piled up all the bananas and they're all ready to get done up. All my plants that died here is getting chopped up and put in the barrels so we can get our raised beds. Pecans have bloomed and been pollinated already. This beehive right here is full of honey. So we're gonna do a honey harvest video coming soon. Look how busy they are. They've been like this for days, even in the rain. You don't have a problem with the hawks sometime. That's part of the game. Nothing in gardening is perfect. Get that out of your head. Everybody, please get the perfect garden crap out of your head. It's not real. Those are people telling us lies. When you have chickens, you have predators, no matter what. Hey, Shamira Customs, how you doing? So let me show you what I found. Here is one of them right here. Let me see if I got anything going on this one. Yes, I do. Do you see this? Wait, let me zoom. Let me see. Let me show you something. Do y'all know what that is? Anybody? That little flower is what those are. Can anybody tell me what these are? Keep watching. There you go. Almost missed it. See all these little flowers? Flowers everywhere. Let's go up closer. Let's go up closer. Everybody see that? Look at the other one. See that? I had no idea what this was. Absolutely. This is a male persimmon tree. This one is male because you see two flowers at every node. This one is in a triple. This one is three of them on one node. That's a male. So you'll either get doubles or triples or even multiples like this on one node. That's a male persimmon. You will get no fruit off of this, but it will pollinate every persimmon out here. This is the American persimmon. I found this And I've been staring at this freaking tree about to cut it down for the last 4 years. 2 years, 2 years. Look how tall that is. In comparison, this is how tall that tree is. I've been threatening to cut that tree down for the longest until yesterday. I'm cutting all this brush down. You see all this brush? And now I'm starting to pay attention like, what the hell is that? What are these flowers? And they look familiar to me, right? So I zoomed in on them. And what I saw was, I said, these look like persimmon blooms. So I took one branch and I took it over to the Japanese persimmons. This tree, this persimmon tree here, all the rest of over here are females because you only see, let me find it again, single flowers. Where'd it go? Oh, here's one. See that? One single flower. So the trees where you see single flowers, female. That's the one that's going to actually be blooming, giving fruit once it's pollinated by this huge male tree. So I'm going to take this tree and I'm going to air layer it or graft it onto the male tree so I can get that much more fruit. My point of showing y'all all of this mulberry tree used to be a stick. I'm going to show you how big the stick was. That mulberry tree came from Toledo, my hometown, and it was smaller than this. And I took that stick from Toledo and I came over here and I jammed that stick down in the ground just like this. Just like that. And I walked away. I did that about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And now y'all seeing me just do random stuff. Here's one for you. Here's the Asian, this is the Asian pear and giant right here. Why is it here in the middle of nowhere? Because I just felt like planting it there. There was no rhyme or reason. I just dug a hole. It was easy to dig and I put it in the hole. Here it is. Now it got fruit on it. My LSU Gold fig tree. Y'all watched me plant this about 8 years ago. Here's all of the vines I pulled off of it to clean it up yesterday. It was covered in vines. I repotted my bacon avocado tree. But I'm looking all around and I'm looking at the work that we put in. And none of that would have happened if I would have been standing around analyzing every single angle of the job. Dig a hole in the ground. Put the tree in the hole. Cover it. Water it. Walk away. Dig a hole. You got soul. And everybody keep thinking it's so more difficult than that. Oh, I could never do that. It's too much. It's too hard. And I know you looking at me like, man, he got all the trees and everything. And I started just like what I'm telling you right now. No rhyme or reason. That's why everything always looks so crazy here. Just do it. Just get it done. I got one more thing to show you. How many people remember me chopping Rasputia, the Fuyu persimmon tree? How many people remember that? I chopped it to a bone. There was nothing left, remember? Nothing left. If you did it right, you have this, you cuttings. This is the tree that you bought those cuttings from. What do you fertilize your tree with? I have pears, peaches, plum, nectarine. I fertilize peels, coffee grounds. I know I'm gonna cut out soon, so I'm trying to stay in the, but I want to show you Rasputia. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me right now before I move any closer. Give me a thumbs up. I don't want to go past the pecan tree. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me and see me clear. Good. I don't want to get too close and blurred out because I really want you to see this, okay? This is Rasputia after I cut her down to a stub. This is her growing back, growing strong. Remember, there was nothing left. When you get a persimmon or you get a fruit tree, as long as you don't cut, it don't fall or break below that graft union down there will be fruit on this tree next year for sure. There's fruit on here now that I'm going to take off. This is what happens. But you'll never, like, everybody would be scared to cut a tree like this. Like, I've had this tree for years. You'll be scared to cut your tree and prune your tree and start over and make it better. But to make things better, you have to start over. You got to start over sometime and cut things to the bone. And that's for everything in life, for our love, life, and relationship. Sometimes you got to let some stuff go and start fresh. All my bananas, I cut them down to the ground. Why? Because I said, I don't like the way that look, and that ain't where I want them no more. I'm starting over, start fresh. This is her. Here's my pecan tree. This pecan tree was about as big as a twig I just showed you earlier. I left her in a pot right here. She busted through the bottom of the pot. She ended up growing there. I left her there, and now look. Tons of pecans every year. I'm telling y'all this. Let me show you. Let me show you one more. Look, I can't make this up. Do you see that? You see that? What does that look like? It looked like I just pulled it out the pot and slammed it on the ground, don't it? This fig tree. This is a Violet de Bordeaux. Don't it look like I took it out the pot and slammed it on the ground? You see it green? That's because it looks like I pulled it out the pot and slammed it on the ground, because that's exactly what the hell I did last year. Last fall, I took it out the pot and I said, I don't want this to die. I'm just going to set it out. It's alive. It done took root, and I didn't dig a hole. I didn't even bother digging a hole. For instance, Pakistani mulberry. Pakistan mulberry in a container. It was giving me fruit, but it was having trouble because it used to be in a container over there. I mean, it was in the ground over there. I dug it up, put it in a container, set the container here, said, I'll get to it when I get to it. It bust through the bottom of that bucket and did this. So it's so busy growing that it's not thinking about fruit right now. And that's fine. But what I mean is, if you don't start agitating and moving your garden around, it's going to stagnate. It's going to stagger. If you don't plant things and put things in the ground, it's going to die in these containers. Because if you ain't doing nothing with them, you ain't watering them, you ain't feeding them properly, and they ain't got enough space for their roots, they're going to die. The title said I'm a grower, not a shower. I'm actually both. I like to grow stuff and I like to show it to you. I like to show people that it's possible if you just freaking do it. You don't need to be, let's get some other truth out here. You don't have to be a freaking master gardener. You don't have to. This is one profession that will do two things. It will save your life and the life of your family. And you don't got to go to school for it. This is a profession slash hobby that could put money in your bank account, food on your table, and at the same time, I'm sorry, this is something that could save your life, put money in your pocket, money in your bank account, make you healthier. This. And you ain't got to go to school. You ain't got to go to college. Everybody is trying to get a master gardener degree. Maybe you're trying to get a master gardener's degree because you want to do something where that's required. It's not necessary to thrive. A master gardener's certificate, let's get it straight. Certificate means you attended. I am a certified beekeeper. I have a certificate, but I don't know everything about bees. The only way you know about bees and the only way you know about gardening is get your ass out there and plant something. Get out there and get stung a couple times. Ooh, I guess that's God saying amen. So I don't want to keep y'all. I just wanted to come in here right now and tell you, listen, just go plant. Do you want me to give you a little motivation on to plant? How many people are a little nervous to plant something? How many people? Right now. Give it to me right now. Before I go, I'm going to help you. It ain't going to be with words. It's going to be with actions. How many people are scared to grow something right now? You want to, but you're a little nervous. 65 Miracle? Okay. Who else? Anybody else kind of like second guessing it? Urban backyard homesteading? Okay. You second guessing on planting a few things? Okay. All right. Anybody else? No? Everybody else good? This better not be fucking. Move. She done rolled in some doo doo. I gotta go. I can't believe you. I gotta go. No, I ain't gonna go. No, I ain't gonna go. No, I ain't gonna go. See, this the stuff that hinders you and makes you not do stuff. Let me wash my hands. You come here. Your stinking self. Hold on. This mug done rolled in some dang on doodle. I ain't seen her do this in a long time. I ain't even gonna sweat it. I said I'm gonna show y'all, and we doing this. Doodle fingers and all. I don't even care. Y'all with me or not? I got the dookie finger. I got the doodoo touch. If we was children, I would be it for the rest of the day. You go over there, he got the dookie touch. This mug done rolled in some doodle. Lord have mercy. Now I'm gonna bathe you. You don't want to get bathed up. You gonna get bathed though. We'll wash your whole head off. Ma, you ain't going in the house. Smelling like a damn werewolf. Move. Think she going in the house. Smelling like a damn walking dead. You just gave yourself. You out. Come on. Stinky McStink face. All right. I'm about to make this simple. I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. This is a fig tree that I just dug up from over there. Okay? Stick with me. Any questions? Yes, the leaves may fall off. Yes, I may not get fruit this year, but my tree is planted. And it took me how long? 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I'm showing you it's not that freaking serious. You got to understand something. People do long videos about planting food because we are content creators. This is what we get paid to do. But when we break it down to the straight up reality and the facts of what we do and supposed to be doing as a gardener, I just showed you. Dig a freaking hole, you put the plant or the tree in the hole, you cover the hole up, and you water it, and you drop the mic and walk away. You do the same thing with this. Look, 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 look. Look here. Let me show you another one. Look, I just up potted. I just up potted this avocado yesterday. See the dirt dry? All I did was take it out of a 5-gallon pot and put it in this big tub. Now I'm gonna water it in. I ain't even water it yesterday. See those 2 citrus trees there that I got? They're not even planted yet. I gotta get some soil so I can plant these citrus trees in this bucket. I'm gonna put one in the bucket and I'm gonna put one in the ground. This avocado too. I ain't planted it yet. It's still in a little container from when I bought it. I'm about to get some soil and get everything rolling. Drop the mic on it. Do I have any questions about what you saw here today? Mo, you get on away from me smelling like that. Smelling like you the police after you. Mo, you brought this on yourself. Any questions? She over here smelling like the homicide crime scene investigators is hot on her tail. Stankin', rolling in doo-doo. Okay. Well, that's it, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all that. And yeah, poor pup, hell, you wouldn't be poor pupping if you smelt this mug rolled in a dinosaur turd or something. But as soon as I reached over, I touched her, and you ain't supposed to be moist. It ain't raining. What's this moisture on my fingertip? Doo-doo. Doo-doo, man. Who does that? What do you do that for? I was about to rub my face with my own fingers. I washed them good, but it's still, I touched some doo-doo. I got the doo-doo. You gave me the doo-doo touch. You know how when you was kids, somebody give you the doo-doo touch and you wasn't looking or you wasn't expecting, you wasn't even playing, you just came over to their house and they said, boom, you it. Like, what happened? Oh, you got the doo-doo touch now. Yeah. Tyrone had the doo-doo touch earlier, had Dookie on his finger. Now you got the touch and you it. Dude, I wasn't even playing. How do you keep your citrus in the winter in the ground alive? I don't. I just leave them out. I plant them in the ground. They just be there. And go look at my videos. You can see it all day long. I don't even cover them. Now I got the doodle touch and I didn't even know I was playing the game. I was about to put her on my lap and everything. She licking me like, hey, grab a whole belly full of. Get away from me, man. Ma. Cause you was trying to get too familiar. Go on. You know what you did. Who rolls in doodle? You would you want to touch me if I went out there and rolled in some doodle? No. Like what make her think that that's acceptable just because she a puppy dog? You are not with the pack anymore. Your last name is Easley. She got a name tag and a license and a certification to be in America. You know, she was born here. You do not live in the woods no more with the wolves. Okay. You can still represent your wolf hood, but some of your traits gotta go. That rolling in dookie business, you're not that anymore. You don't belong to that society anymore. You ain't got to roll in no dookie around here. You're an American now. You don't live in a wolf pack in Alaska, right? So anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. I hope y'all got something from this video today. My point of this whole entire video, to sum it all up, was stop waiting. Cut the analysis paralysis and just go dig a freaking hole. Plant some damn trees. Plant your fruit. No, you don't need special planters. No, you don't need special gloves. No, you don't need a special sun hat. No, you don't need special shovels and rakes and all this garbage. You don't need it. If you really want to grow some food, go dig a freaking hole and put the food in the hole and water it. You don't need all that bullshit. Okay? With that being said, Live Farmer Service 3, I love y'all. Be safe. Stay sane. Go plant some food. Be a grower, not a shower. So many people out there showing you what they want to do. I'm showing you my plans of how my garden is going to be. I'm showing you the outlook of when I purchase some land, how my garden is going to be someday. Stop being a shower and just go be a grower. Live Farmer Service 3. I love you. And I'm out. Peace.